Because the National Executive Council, all other students, representatives, and their councils were here, present. Members from the academia, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Before I make my statement, I'd like to appreciate the list of needs by the students, which your president has eloquently put forward. It's not easy to give answers to every single issue that is put forward. I would propose that the President, with his top leadership, but not in excess of 10, to come to State House and meet with me, my Minister of Finance, my Governor of the Reserve Bank, President of the Bankers Association, the Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Professor Muriga. Of course, the Chief Secretary always been with me. And perhaps others. And we can go over the list that we have articulated. So go and prepare yourself. But I don't want you to shy away from the issues you have raised when these people will be before you. Because some of the issues you raised seem to be very logical, but they are being treated illogically. We have raised the issue of student loans, but there's refusal to implement the directive. One would want to know where the bottleneck is. We have talked about exam fees for teachers, and that they pay full fees even when they fail. Again, I want to know the logic of why that is being applied. We talked about amenities fees. When the students are away, they pay for amenities they're not using. Again, I don't see the logic. Perhaps I also invite the Vice Chancellors to be present. We talked about student allowance to be restored. Again, I will have to understand what has happened and why it was not, what the situation about it. Students are chased away because they have not paid school fees. That's against government policy. I don't know why it happened. No, I'm not saying you should not pay school fees. I'm saying students should not be chased away because they will not pay school fees. The Zindian Fund is there to help students. We'll see where the limitations are, and if we have to restructure the constitution is Zindian, we have to do it. With regard to accommodation, we had conference here, after discussion with the Minister for Higher Tertiary Education, Science and Technology Development, Professor Mnangagwa, we assembled here investors from across the globe. And we are likely to sign by the 19th of this month. By the 19th of this month, most of the investment agreements will be signed here to deal with the issue of improving the conditions of stay of students at universities and institutions of higher learning. You need decent accommodation, modern accommodation, modern classrooms, and so on. Government by itself cannot achieve this, but my administration would want to leapfrog and catch up with the best investors worldwide. And this is why we have brought on board the private sector, and we have so many of them wanting to assist in this area. So I believe that changes are going to begin to show very soon when we begin implementing immediately after elections. I can't remember where the president said, this must stop forthwith. I don't know whether the order was to me or... orders come from me. And again, you mentioned the issue of having facilities at universities. We are now developing a concept of developing university cities around universities. We are developing that concept to see how this can be done, so that we have a business center around the university of modern standards. Yes, the new dispensation has created a new democratic space of freedom. But this freedom has also its own derogation. I remember when I was a student in the 50s, our teacher taught us what was then called civic studies. He said that our parents pay taxes to government. And those taxes are used for road construction, for building schools, bridges, clinics, and so on. So you must be proud as students that all the government facilities you see, your parents contributed to this facility for you, and there's a stake. So me and my cousin, it was in Lusaka, northern region, Zambia now. We went to the Ministry of Education to collect our examination results. As we were coming from there, we were walking on tarmac. And they said, oh yes, our parents contributed for this tarmac road to be built. So a motor vehicle came and refused to leave this road. This white guy waited. We continued walking on the road. He stopped his car, coming towards I ran out. My friend remained. So my friend was kicked. So I went back to the teacher. I said, but you see, parents contributed. We constructed this road, but we were kicked. We walked on the tarmac. Says, no. That freedom is derogations. There are regulations to enjoy freedom. I think you understand me. We have, 2 weeks ago, created innovative hubs at 6 universities. Why? In April this year, as we went around the trade fair, there were so many brilliant innovations by students from Chimoy University, from NAST, from UZ, other universities, NSU, and so on. But these brilliant innovations just die away because there is no facility to process and give financial support to such brilliant ideas. So after discussion with your minister, we have now introduced immediately 6 innovation hubs, which we are funding. So any one of you who has bright ideas or a talent in any field, those are the hubs you go there for the incubation of your idea into reality. Now, I didn't know that as the president was the other guy, I said I'm going to have a quarter of my cabinet from students. No, that's not correct. I said I'll have a quarter of young people into cabinet. I did not say university students. I said young people. You are among young people. You have to choose whether to continue with your studies or to come to cabinet. Cabinet is full-time. And I believe that university education is full-time. I've read about the conditions in Cyprus and so on, in Nigeria. When I was in Mauritania 3 days ago, I had the opportunity of meeting the foreign minister of Algeria. We discussed about that. Fortunately, after we heard about that, flight our students in Algeria, we sent money there. And then someone, our ambassador in Algeria, who told me that we're in the process now of compiling banking accounts of students so that they can send the money to their banking accounts. But the money is already received in Nigeria. We have not yet finished the assessment of the needs of our students in Cyprus, although we are informed they are in a worse position than the students in other areas. I just want to make a comment of what the President has said, but as I've said, I'm going to create an opportunity for your team, the Vice Chancellors, the Minister, and my ministers who deal with finance, Chinamasa, Dr. Mangunja, and others, to sit together and see how we can resolve these issues, perhaps put them in categories and say some can be immediately resolved, some may require budgetary application, some may require participation of other institutions outside government to come in. Having said that, may I now address you. It is with great honor that I address this august gathering of students and youth from our country's institutions of higher learning, organized by the Zimbabwe Congress of Students, which provides an interactive platform between government and students to discuss pertinent issues concerning our students. This should not be the first and the last interaction. I believe whenever I would want to talk to you, you will accept to come and talk to me. I also believe that when you want to talk to me, I should accept to come and talk to you. As I've said, I'm a listening president. I've come to appreciate your aspirations and concerns, be it through meetings such as this one, or reading your messages on my Facebook page. Today, as we dialogue, let us be cognizant that you, the students, and young people from across the country, have a role to contribute towards defining the future in the Zimbabwe we all want. The Zimbabwe we all want is much more for you than for us. The Zimbabwe we wanted when we were young is the Zimbabwe which we are in, a liberated one. But the Zimbabwe you want is a better society which we must create an environment to achieve. I therefore urge you all, to carve your place into history by contributing to creating a Zimbabwe we all want. Let me from the outset invite you to a realization that you are a critical mass in the defense, protection, and advancement of our national interests, developmental trajectory, and economic discourse. For indeed, before me is Zimbabwe's future. The democratization of the higher education sphere was upon the realization of the need to strategically and purposefully develop our human capital base across the social strata, as well as equipping our youth with requisite skills and competencies to benefit our economy. Our discussion with captains of industry as well as the university vice chancellors put them together and said, you as vice chancellors, can you listen to industry commerce, captains of industry commerce, who provide employment in the economy? What type of product they want produced by universities? You, captains of industry commerce, contribute to our universities in order for them to produce the product you want. They are agreed not together. On your part, you must be firm in the national ideals and convictions, willing to sacrifice and save your country and its people, diligent in hard work, ready to take on responsibility honestly and uprightly. I further challenge you to be realistic, pragmatic, and to also have an innovation and entrepreneurial mindset among yourselves. As Amilcar Cabral Brown said, you must never confuse what you have in mind with reality. And I was a student before, with so many ideas which we thought the leaders were foolish, we didn't see the ideas which we have. And you have to say it's legitimate. My government continues to put in place policies that guarantee the appropriate socio-economic environment which ensures the young people of our country have a brighter tomorrow, guided by the mantra, Zimbabwe is open for business.
For these and other stories, visit our website www.263chat.com. Follow us on Twitter @263chat and like our Facebook page 263chat.